Okay, good morning all. So today we are going to discuss about some numericals related to the FM signal and PM signal what we have discussed in the last class. In last class we have discussed how to generate or how this FM signal and PM signals are going to be generated with the help of carrier by varying some components. Okay, suppose component with respect to whom? With respect to the message signal amplitude. Now in FM what happens? The frequency component, as I have drawn yesterday, that frequency component is going to vary. Suppose in FM the instantaneous frequency we have to calculate. Okay, we have written Fi is equals to Fc plus some Kf into M of. So this is the instantaneous frequency. Now depend upon the positiveness and the negative of the message component, your instantaneous frequency is going to be determined. That also we have discussed. If M of t is 0, that means the instantaneous frequency will follow the same carrier frequency. Okay? And if your message signal is positive, that means the instantaneous frequency, that means if message is positive, that means Fi is greater than Fc. This also we have discussed. Similarly, if f of t is negative, that means your instantaneous frequency is going to be reduced with respect to the carrier frequency. So these are the two assumptions we have seen, that how the frequency is going to be increased and how the frequency is going to be decreased according to the variation of the amplitude of modulating signal. Okay, so that is called frequency modulation. Now in phase modulation what happens? Your phase of a particular carrier signal is varied according to the instantaneous value of modulating signal. In that case we have identified phi I. That means it is a phase. So also we have discussed how the phase modulated signal are going to be generated with respect to the frequency modulated signal, and the frequency modulated signal how this PM signal will be generated. And also we have seen that what is the relationship between Fc and FM, what is the modulation index, how to represent the general expression for FM signal, how to represent the general expression for PM signal, how we can correlate between these two, as well as what is the frequency deviation available in FM signal as well as phase deviation available in PM signal. So with the help of all those things, we can calculate this sort of question. If this sort of question is given, we can analyze all those equations what we have gone through to find out the relations. Okay. So this is the first question I am going to discuss with you. That first, as it is given, we have discussed single tone for FM signal, single tone for PM signal. So the general expression we have to identify first, then we need to correlate with the given expression, and then individually we have to calculate it. Okay. So first, as it is given, the single tone FM signal. Single tone FM signal means only one modulating signal is available with frequency FM. Okay. It is represented with S suffix Fm is equal to this much. This is my given FM signal. Okay. We will correlate. And here we have to find out what is the carrier frequency, what is the modulating frequency, what is the modulation index. Now, as I have discussed, beta is a modulation index. In other books, different books are available, different expressions are available. So in some of the book it will be written in terms of n suffix f. In some book it will be written in terms of beta. Both are same. Then frequency deviation, and then what is the power dissipation in 10 ohm resistor at the receiver end. Okay. So step by step we will see. First we need to represent the FM signal for a single tone expression. So how I will write? The general expression for FM signal is A suffix C cos of omega ct plus kf integration of m of t into dt. Okay. 0 to t. Now here let us consider m of t is a single tone signal Vn cos omega mt. Okay, substitute this value here. So integration of cos will become sine and we will get s suffix fn of t is equals to a suffix c cos of omega ct plus kf into Vn divided by omega m sin omega mt. Okay, so this is the expansion. If you substitute this value here, integration of cos will become sin divided by omega m. Now what is this? This is nothing but beta, that is called modulation index, frequency modulated modulation index. So as you can see that beta is equals to kf into Vn divided by omega m. So this is the modulation index, or you can say it is mf. Okay, then now we need to compare this equation with respect to this so that each value can be identified. So if I will compare this AC with this, as the FM signal in the given question is given 12 cos how much 6 into 10 to the power 8 t plus 5 sin 1250 of t. Okay, now this is the question is given. I need to compare this value with respect to this. So here if I will compare, I will get AC is equals to 12. Yes, AC is equals to 12. Omega C is equals to 6 into 10 to the power 8. That means FC is equals to 6 into 10 to the power 8 divided by 2 pi r. That you can calculate with the help of your calculator. Then similarly, if I will compare this component with this, so that means my beta value is 5. Now what is beta value? Beta is nothing but frequency deviation divided by Fm. This also I can write because this frequency deviation is kf into Vm divided by Fm. Like this also I can write. So my beta is 5 is given. Fc we have calculated 6 into 10 to the power 8 divided by 2 pi. Next we have to calculate what is Fm. So Fm is equals to 1250 divided by 2 pi. That is 625 by pi hertz. This also you can calculate with the help of your calculator. Done. So Fc is known, Fm is known. Next you have to calculate what is the modulation index. So I have compared this with the given expression and got beta is equals to 5. Over. Next you have to calculate what is the frequency deviation. Now with the help of this relation, I can write frequency deviation is equals to beta into Fm. Take this component this side, so it will become beta into Fm. Beta is 5 and Fm is how much? 625 divided by 5. This much hertz. Okay, so this is your delta over. This is your Fc. This is your Fm and this is your beta. Next, what we have to identify after determination of frequency deviation, here it is asked about the power delivered. Now, as I have discussed in the previous class, that average power available in PM or in FM is the same power available in the carrier. So, what it will write? So, the power delivered in the resistor P suffix R, which is equals to AC square divided by 2R. So what is AC? AC is 12 whole square divided by 2 into R. R is how much? 10. So it is 144 divided by 2 into 10. So it is 62 divided by 10. You will get 6.2 watt. So this is your answer. So like this, the analysis of your FM signal and PN signal can be done with the help of the expression what we have discussed in the previous class. Okay. Okay. So this is one more question through which we can analyze the FM signal. So as it is written, 107.6 megahertz of carrier signal need to identify. Okay, remember this. What it is given? 107.6 megahertz is the carrier signal which is frequency modulated by 7 kilohertz of sine wave. 7 kilohertz of sine wave means our modulating signal. Okay, so this is the modulating signal. Okay, next, the resultant FM signal has a frequency deviation of 50 kilohertz. Means here del f it is given that it is 50 kilohertz. Okay, determine the carrier swing, higher frequency, lower frequency uttered by the modulating signal, and you have to identify the modulation index. Okay. Now this is the given data available in our question. First, it is what? Fc is equals to 107.6 megahertz. Done. And modulating frequency is of 7 kilohertz is also given. Okay. And the frequency deviation of 50 kilohertz is also given for this sort of modulation. Done. Now here he has asked what is the carrier swing. Now the word carrier swing means what will be the maximum frequency deviation available in our modulating signal. So maximum frequency deviation available means a complete swing. Means this is my complete swing. So this is my complete swing means this deviation if I am calculating omega I. So this is having certain amplitude and this is also having certain amplitude. This omega I swing is del omega and minus del omega. Done. So this is minus del omega and this is del omega. So total carrier swing is how much peak to peak value? It is twice del omega. Always remember this. So frequency deviation is 2. Del of f is equals to 50 Hz. That means your carrier swing must be double of it. So first answer, carrier swing is twice of del of f. Maximum frequency deviation available in the frequency modulated signal. So it is 2 into 50. That means it is 100 kilohertz. So this is will be the carrier swing. Remember this. The carrier swing is the variation of the instantaneous frequency peak to peak value. Means omega, del omega will vary from omega, the omega I will vary from del omega to minus del omega. So total deviation is how much? Total swing is twice of del f. So this is the first answer. Then second, here it is asking what is the higher frequency and what is the lower frequency uttered by the modulating signal. Uttered by the modulating signal means yesterday I have discussed about the instantaneous frequency. Instantaneous frequency when the modulating signal is positive and when the modulating signal is negative. So in that case, if modulating signal is positive, the instantaneous frequency is greater than your carrier frequency. Okay, and when the modulating signal is less or negative, your instantaneous frequency is less than your carrier frequency. So this thing we have seen that instantaneous frequency is Fc plus Kf into m of t. Okay, now here what we have concluded, here we have seen if m of t is positive, that means your instantaneous frequency is greater than Fc. Okay, and if m of t is negative, that means your instantaneous frequency is less than fc. Okay. Now what is this kf into m of t? Kf into m of t is nothing but the frequency deviation. So this I can write fc is equals to fc plus del f as per this question. Now if your m of t is positive, we are getting the higher frequency. If m of t is positive, we are getting higher frequency. So what is my fc? fc is 107.6 megahertz. And what is your frequency deviation? Frequency deviation is 50 kilohertz. Okay, add these two, you will get your higher frequency. So this is the higher frequency, or you can say it is f5 when your modulating signal is positive. Now second case, when the m of t is negative, your intermediate frequency is less than your carrier frequency. That means f5 is equals to fc minus del f. That is the lower frequency. So this is the lower frequency, again 107.6 megahertz minus 50 kilohertz. Solve this, you will get the lower frequency. So these are the two frequencies in which your modulating signal will attain while the frequency modulation. Okay, so this is the second question, second answer. First answer is the carrier field, second one is the higher frequency and the lower frequency. And what is the third one? The third one is the modulation index. It is easier one. So what is our relation? Modulation index is del f by fm. Okay. Now here frequency deviation is given as 50 kilohertz and fm is given as 7 kilohertz. Okay. So it is 50 by 7. So this is the modulation index. Over. So these sort of questions will help you to understand what is the relationship between carrier sync, what is the relationship between higher frequency and lower frequency attained by the modulating signal in FM signal, and what is the modulation index. Okay. Okay. So here I have written two questions. So one by one we will discuss. In the first question, here we have to identify what is. First I will read it and then we will conclude what need to be identified. Find del f and carrier swing. Okay, del f and carrier swing for frequency modulated signal which has resting frequency of this much, 105.00 megahertz. Okay. And fh is equals to, means higher instantaneous frequency. fh is equals to 105.007 megahertz. Okay. When modulated by a particular way, and you have to determine what is the lower frequency. Okay. Now in this we have to determine, for this question you have to determine what is del f. Okay. Now what is the carrier swing? So carrier swing, as we have discussed in the previous problem, it is twice of del f. Okay. Here the resting frequency means carrier frequency is given 105 megahertz. Okay. And the higher instantaneous frequency is given as 105.007 megahertz. Okay, and we have to determine what is the lower frequency, this much. Now how to proceed this? We have to proceed all these things with respect to this higher frequency component. Now what is the relation? As we know that higher frequency is fc plus del f. This is the frequency deviation we can calculate. How we can calculate? So frequency deviation is higher frequency minus carrier frequency. Higher frequency is how much? 105.007 minus carrier frequency is 105. This is all megahertz. You will get 7 kilohertz. So frequency deviation we have calculated. Done. This is the first part over. Second part is the carrier swing. So what is the carrier swing? Carrier swing is 2 into del F. That means it is 14 kilohertz. So this is one answer. This is the first answer. Okay. Now next what we have to calculate? We have to calculate what is the lower frequency component, FL. FL is equals to FC minus del F. So FC is how much? 105 megahertz. Now what is your del F? Del F is 7 kilohertz. Okay. Solve this. It is in megahertz. It is in kilohertz. Solve this. You will get some sort of value around 104.993 megahertz. So this is your lower frequency. This is the carrier swing, and this is the frequency deviation. Okay. So these are the small numericals through which you can solve a relationship. Okay. So this is the answer of this third one. Now we will discuss with respect to the fourth question. Okay. Now, in the fourth question, it is given an AM and FM transmission has a frequency deviation 20 kilohertz. Means when we are transmitting the FM signal, in that frequency deviation is 20 kilohertz. Here we have to determine two things. One, percentage of modulation of a signal if broadcast in 88 to 108 megahertz band. So it is a TV broadcasting system in which a modulating signal is modulated and transmitted in the band of 88 to 108 megahertz, and we have to calculate what is the percentage of modulation. Percentage of modulation means what? What we have discussed in an AM. First we have to determine the modulation index, multiply 100 to it, you will get your percentage of modulation. Okay. So step by step we will see. So as per the given question, del F is equals to 20 kilohertz. Okay. Now in order to determine the modulation index, which have del F by FM. Now what is FM? Because there is no information about FM, only the band is provided 88 to 108 Hz. That means this is the bandwidth provided by the TV broadcast station in which my audio signal is going to be transmitted after modulation. Okay. Now always remember that audio signal means the frequency available. If it is not mentioned, if it is not given any information about audio signal, some frequency, you have to consider the audio signal frequency is 75 kilohertz. Okay. So FM is equals to 75 kilohertz. This is audio signal. It is a range. Okay. So this 75, del F is 20 divided by 75. You will get your modulation index. And percentage of modulation indicated by capital M, 20 divided by 75 into 100. You need to solve this. If you solve this, you will get around 26.6%. So this will be your modulation percentage. or percentage of modulation. For audio signal 75 kilohertz. Okay. Now in second question you can see percentage of modulation if broadcast as 25 kilohertz audio signal. Now here the FM signal is given to you, means the modulating signal frequency is given to you, so no need to consider 75 kilohertz. 75 kilohertz is the generalized frequency component for modulating signal which is to be transmitted through a TV broadcast system. Okay, so here del F is 20 kilohertz is given, as well as FM is also given is 25 kilohertz. Only you need to determine percentage of modulation, for which first I will calculate MF, that is equals to del F by FM. Del F is 20 divided by 25 into 100. So this is 4, so it is 80%. Okay, so here directly I can't write. In next step I will write. So it is 20 divided by 25. So it is 4 divided by 5 or 0.2. Sorry, 0.8. Then the percentage of modulation is equals to 0.8 into 100. You will get around 80%. Okay. So with the help of this you can determine the modulation percentage or percentage of modulation with the help of modulation index. Okay. So these are the two numericals through which you can analyze the modulation index, percentage of modulation if the audio signal is given, frequency is given, or if it is not given. If audio signal frequency is not given, means by default you have to consider 75 kilohertz. Okay. So as you can see that here in this question, as it is given, consider the frequency modulated signal. Okay. Here we are discussing about modulated signal, and it was given S suffix fm of t is 10 cos 2 pi into 10 to the power 5t plus 5 sine of 2 pi into 1500 t plus 7.5 sine 2 pi into 1000 t. So that means it is a multi-tone FM signal. Multi-tone FM signal. Why it is multi-tone? Because there are two modulating frequencies are available. One frequency is this one, F1, and one frequency is this F2. And we have to calculate what? With the carrier frequency 10 to the power 5 Hz. Carrier frequency is given. And here we have to calculate, find the modulation index for the given FM signal. Now how we have identified for AM signal by taking the magnitude square of individual modulation index, here it is not that. Here we have to calculate what is the frequency deviation first, and then we have to identify which is the maximum frequency available in my modulating signal, and then I can determine the modulation index and percentage of modulation. Here I can add one more, and percentage of modulation. Okay. So these two things we need to calculate. So first of all, I need to write what is my general expression for FM signal. Let us write. Let us analyze first, then we will go to this. So it is AC cos omega ct plus MF sin omega mt. Directly I am writing with respect to modulation index and sin omega mt. So what is the modulation index? The modulation index is Kf into Vm divided by omega m, or this I can write del omega by omega m, or this I can write del f by f. Okay. So this is my relation. Now here there are two modulating signals are available. I can't go for this one. I need to determine what is the actual modulation index for this multi-tone signal. So whatever the details are given, first note it down. So first, amplitude of carrier is 10, means amplitude of modulated signal is also same as your carrier signal, AC. Then omega c, if you check, it is 2 pi into 10 to the power 5, that is omega c. So that means Fc is equals to omega c divided by 2 pi. So it is 10 to the power 5. That is also given in your question. Carrier frequency is 10 to the power 5 Hertz. Satisfied. How many modulating signals are there? Two modulating signals. One is 1500 Hertz. How it comes? Omega 1 divided by 2 pi. What is omega 1? Omega 1 is 2 pi into 1500 divided by 2 pi. 2 pi cancel out. So it is 1500 Hertz. Similarly, what is F2? That is omega 2 divided by 2 pi. Omega 2 is how much? 2 pi into 1000 divided by 2 pi. You will get 1000 Hertz. Okay. So these are the two frequencies are available. Now next step, we need to identify the frequency deviation. How to determine this? As we know that our instantaneous frequency or the modulated signal instantaneous frequency is omega c plus omega ct plus phi of t. Like this we are writing. Okay. These equations we have written in our previous class, that how these maximum signals or maximum frequencies are obtained. I will write directly. Omega c is equals to omega ct plus d by dt of theta. Now what is the theta term? This whole component is called as theta. So this is my instantaneous angular frequency related to the carrier as well as the theta terms. Now this theta depend upon your modulating frequency. So now if I want to determine omega c plus d theta of t by dt, I need to solve this. Now what is the frequency deviation? The frequency deviation is omega I minus omega c, which is equals to d theta of t by dt. Okay. Now we need to solve this d theta by dt. So what is theta of t? Theta of t is 5 sin 2 pi into 1500 t plus 7.5 sin 2 pi 1000 t. Okay. Now if you differentiate this, sin will become cos and omega t again omega will come out. So it is 5 into 2 pi into 1500 cos of 2 pi into 1500 t. This is the first differentiation. Okay. Second differentiation is 7.5 into 2 pi into 1000 sin of 2 pi, sin will become cos 2 pi 1000 t. So this will be my d by dt or of this angle. So that is called my frequency deviation. Now this frequency deviation states that it is the maximum amplitude available in kf into m of t. Okay. So maximum amplitude available means how much I will write? What will be the maximum amplitude? So maximum amplitude, I am not considering this cosine and this cosine. I am only concentrating with respect to the magnitude. So 2 pi into 5 into 1500, it is 7500 plus 7.5 into 1000, it is 7500. Okay, neglecting this cosine term, only we are concentrating on the magnitude part. So here you can see 2 pi and this one 0 0 0, this is 5, 15,000 into this. So this will be my del omega. So this is my del omega. Now I have to calculate the modulation index. So how I will calculate modulation index? So it is del omega by omega m. Now which omega m we are going to consider? That is the next question. Now as in AM signal we have seen, identifying the maximum frequency which will help us to determine the bandwidth of modulated signal. Okay, maximum frequency. Similarly, in order to determine the modulation index in FM signal, you need to consider the maximum frequency available in the modulating signal. So which is the maximum frequency available? This is the maximum frequency available. So here in place of del omega, we will substitute 2 pi into 15,000 divided by omega m maximum 2 pi into 1500. So this 2 pi cancel out, and this 1500, this one is 10 we will get. Okay, so this is the modulation index, that is MF is equals to 10. But if you are determining what is the percentage of modulation, it will come 1000%. So we are not calculating for that, we are calculating only for modulation index. So this is the modulation index we have determined from this sort of question. Now here the trick is what? You have to remember this relation. Omega I is equals to omega c plus d maximum value d theta by dt. And this d theta by dt is nothing but frequency deviation del omega. So del omega is equals to d theta by dt. So what is the theta value? This is the theta value. Okay, depend upon modulating signal. Differentiate, identify the maximum amplitude, that will be your del omega. What is your modulation index? Del omega by maximum frequency available in my modulating signal. So maximum frequency is this one, 2 pi into 1500 t, and second frequency is 2 pi into 1000. So greater is this. So substitute that 2 pi into 1500. You will get modulation index 10. Okay. Okay, so this is the last question which we are going to discuss. So as you can see, as I have written angle modulated. So angle modulated means it can be FM signal, it can be phase modulated signal. Okay, so the equations I have written, S of t is equals to cos 2 pi into 2 into 10 to the power 6t plus 2 pi into 30 sin 150t, 2 pi into 40 into cos 150t. Okay, again it comes under your multitude. Here you have to find out what is the frequency deviation, means if it is considered with respect to the frequency modulated signal first. Second, here you have to identify the frequency phase deviation, means you have to analyze this equation in terms of phase modulated signal. In the same question you have to analyze for FM as well as phase modulated signal. Okay. Next, what is the higher frequency and lower frequency in which your modulating signal will swing? So that means indirectly is asking about the frequency modulated signal. Instantaneous frequency is greater than Fc when m of t is positive. Instantaneous frequency is less than Fc when modulating signal is negative. That is Fn and Fn we will identify. And next, what is the modulation index, MF? So MF is equals to how much? MF is equals to del F by Fm. Okay. So these things we need to calculate. How to calculate? Let's see. So if I am considering this equation in terms of Fm, frequency modulated signal. So you can consider it is nothing but omega ct, cos of omega ct, then something it is available. So omega ct is equals to 2 pi fc. So fc is equals to omega c divided by 2 pi, which is equals to 2 into 10 to the power 6 hertz. So this is the carrier frequency. Okay. Now in this case, your modulating frequency is same, but quadrature it is changed. One it is transmitted with sine, one it is transmitted with cosine. That means frequency of a modulating signal is 1 omega m divided by 2 pi. So omega m is 150 divided by 2 pi. Okay. So this is your modulating frequency, that is your carrier frequency. Okay. Now we need to calculate what is del F. Del F, as we have calculated in the previous question, similarly we have to calculate the del F. How? Omega I is equals to omega c plus d theta by dt. Okay. Now what is the frequency deviation? Del omega is equals to omega I minus omega c, which is equals to how much? d theta of t by dt. So what is theta of t? Theta of t is this whole term. It is the angle depend upon your modulating signal. So that I will write 2 pi into 30 sine 150t plus 2 pi into 40 cos 150t. Okay. Now if you differentiate this is your magnitude. 150 will be multiplied with this magnitude. So it will come 2 into 2 pi into 30. So 2 pi into 30 into 150. Then sine will become cos 150 plus 2 pi into 40 into 150. Then it will become cosine is minus sine. Okay. So this is sine will become cos will become sine. Now in this, if I will multiply 2 pi, so 30 into 150, it will become 4500, and here 40 into 150, it will become around 6000. You can take 2 pi as common. So here double 0 and 45 cos of 150t minus 40 into 1500, that means it is 6000 sine 150. Okay. Now here you need to identify the maximum value. Okay. You need to identify the maximum value. How to identify the maximum value? We will take 2 pi. What will be the maximum component? Root over of 4500 square plus 6000 square. So here I will write 1500 as common, and here it is 3 square plus 4 square. So if you solve this, you will get 2 pi into 1500 into 5. So 2 pi into 7500. So this will be my del omega. This is called as a frequency deviation. Now once this frequency deviation is known, Next you have to determine the modulation index, that is del omega by omega n. So del f we have identified. Next is modulation index. Modulation index, how we can identify? It is 2 pi into 7500 divided by omega m. Omega m is how much? 150. So this is 150. So it is 2 pi into 750 divided by 15. That is 50. Or I can say it is 100 pi. So this is my modulation index. This is my frequency deviation. Now I need to calculate what is fh and what is fl. Let's see. So I need to calculate what is fh and fl. fh means fc plus del f. fl means fc minus del f. Okay. So fc is how much? fc is 2 into 10 to the power 6. Okay. Now what is del f? Del f we have calculated 2 pi into 10 to the power it is del omega we have calculated 2 pi into 7500. So del f is equals to 7500. So here you substitute 7500 Hertz. Solve this, you will get your higher frequency. Similarly, 2 into 10 to the power 6 minus 7500, you will get your lower frequency. Okay, so up to this it is clear. So that means these are the fundamental terms available in my modulated signal. And one more important thing, what is the phase deviation. Now phase deviation. In phase deviation, we are not differentiating. The phi I is equals to omega ct plus theta of t here. We are not differentiating it. If I am differentiating, I will get instantaneous frequency, that is omega I. Omega I is equals to del phi I of t by dt. Okay. So here it is only directly proportional to the phase deviation is directly proportional to the angle available in my modulating signal. So what I will do, the phase deviation del phi, here you can see 30 and 40, okay, and 2 pi. So 2 pi as a common, 30 square plus 40 square. So 2 pi root over of 900 plus 1600, you will get 2 pi into 50. Okay, which is equals to how much? Which is equals to 100 pi. Now here you can see in previous we have identified the modulation index is 100 pi, yet the phase deviation is 100 pi. So this will form a relation with respect to the phase deviation with your phase angle available in the angle modulated signal if it is multi-tone. Okay, so these are the fundamental relations. Go through it properly one by one. In next class we will discuss few more questions, as well as depend upon how many type of FM signals are available, how to generate those FM signal, how to demodulate the FM signal. Okay, so for today we will wind up at this point. Next class we will discuss the rest of the part. Thank you.